January 18, 1941. Graham Stuart Staines was born in Pumpswood, Queensland, Australia. Just like any other child, he found solace in his homeland of Queensland, which was soon to become a foreign land for him. At the age of 15, Staines, who was still in Australia, saw a picture of a Mayurbhanj boy called Josiah Soren. And this was his motivation to come to India and serve lepers. Mayurbhanj beckons with its natural splendor and cultural heritage. Known as a land of hills, waterfalls and forests, it is a picturesque district which boasts lush green landscapes, meandering waters and a rich flora and fauna. This was soon to be Graham Staines, Gladys Staines and their 3 children's home. Gladys June Staines, his wife, met him in the year 1981 when she was paying a visit to India. She notes that she was deeply impressed by Graham's works, love and commitment towards the Indians. Soon they got married in the year 1983, and during their 15 years of marriage, she gave birth to 3 beautiful children, Esther Staines, Timothy Staines and Philip Staines. Gladys states that Graham was a man of great commitment and faith. Be it the smallest things he did, like taking care of animals or taking part in the Rotary Club activities or even taking care of the people of India, he was deeply committed. She notes that Graham had once told her that photo of that boy who was suffering through leprosy, which she had seen back when he was in Australia, left a great impact on him. And that was what motivated him and kept him going to share the gospel and to share the love of Christ to those lepers, even in the face of great adversity. Esther, Timothy and Philip, the children of Gladys and Graham Staines, deeply loved India and considered it as their home. Graham Staines and Gladys Staines had a little leprosy home in a village called Baripada. Gladys Staines describes this leprosy home as not just the place where lepers would come for medications or their treatment, but rather a rehabilitation and a training center where they were taught how to weave cloth and as well as make products out of sabai grass. There was also a dairy farm there. Graham Staines worked relentlessly to eradicate the myths and the superstitions and the stories and curses associated with leprosy. And he was quite successful in doing that. Many people of the village and the surrounding areas were ready to get milk from this dairy farm, which was owned and run by lepers. It is truly heartbreaking that despite his dedication to serving others and spreading God's unconditional love, Graham Staines, his 11-year-old son Timothy Staines, and his 9-year-old son Philip Staines were tragically martyred for their beliefs. On January 1999, Graham Staines and his 2 sons were sleeping in their jeep after a congregation in a tribal village. The Santals, the tribe which inhabited that one village, were against Graham Staines and his beliefs and the way he converted their people into the true faith of God's love. So Dara, taking this opportunity, Dara Singh, along with his companions, took the decision to kill Graham Staines and his 2 sons. There was about 100 meters away, young Santal boys and girls were celebrating the achievement of their adolescence by dancing the traditional dance of Dangri and beating the traditional drum. And they were the first to witness the mob. Graham Staines and the screams of his two sons surrounded and filled the air with pain. As we read in the Bible, in 2 Timothy 4 verse 7, he fought his good fight, he finished his race, and he went to be with the Lord, along with his two sons. Gladys and Esther Staines, who were back at home in Baripada, received the news the next morning about the demise of Graham Staines and Timothy and Philip. Gladys Staines' response was very surprising, and it inspired the world. She chose to forgive her husband's and son's killers, stating in an affidavit that she does not want any charges against the death of her husband and her two sons. Rather, she hopes and desires that the killers would soon repent and would be reformed. Gladys continued her works among lepers in India till 2004, after which she moved out to Australia with her daughter Esther. We must greatly appreciate the commitment, passion, and zeal that they held for God. In the case of Graham, he left all his materialistic comforts back in Australia. He came to India and just to show them the unconditional love of God. He shared the gospel to the people of Orissa, to the people of India. And moreover, he brought the people from their darkness to the eternal light and love of Christ. They are a true example of forgiveness and love and care. And they are the true warriors of Christian life. I would like to conclude this video with a Bible verse, which is Matthew 5 verse 10 and 11 and 12, which reads, "Blessed are those who are persecuted because of righteousness, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are you when people insult you, persecute you, and falsely say all kinds of evil against you because of me. Rejoice and be glad, because great is your reward in heaven. For in the same way they persecuted the prophets who were before you."